Bangladesh has become an independent nation through the Liberation War in 1971 under the leadership of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Along with the government, voluntary organizations and NGOs are contributing to its social, political, and economic development. The nation is growing with the collective efforts of everyone and is currently viewed as a role model for women empowerment, poverty reduction, and improvement in other social indicators. However, challenges remain, such as unequal distribution of resources, violence against women and girls, and discrimination against marginalized people. Manusher Jonno began its journey in 2002 as a project of Care Bangladesh and registered as an independent organization in 2006. MJF provides funding and capacity building support to civil society organizations and NGOs to work on human rights and good governance. In the last 20 years, it has partnered with more than 400 organizations to ensure the rights of the most marginalized communities and directly touched the lives of over 3 million people. With generous assistance of several development partners, Manusher Jonno Foundation is working on combating violence against women and girls, rights of the marginalized people, strengthening public institutions, climate change adaptation, safe labor migration, rights of formal and informal sector workers, child protection and development, prevention of violent extremism, and youth and social cohesion. The target groups of Manusher Jonno Foundation include women and girls, youth, ethnic people, Dalit communities, people with disabilities, transgender, fisherfolk, migrant workers, RMG workers, sex workers, people living in the Howrah, Chor and coastal areas, landless and vulnerable children. The target group also includes service-providing institutions, government officials, and local leaders or representatives. MJF works completely in line with the Bangladesh government's principle of leave no one behind in its pursuit of the SDGs. MJF's work has led to better rights and benefits for around 5 lakh children, people with disabilities, ethnic people, transgender, and women. Besides that, beneficiaries of MJF have been included in various committees of healthcare, social security, cash assistance, and government service organizations such as Union Porishad and city corporations. About 5,55,000 women have been empowered to represent themselves at different levels and become leaders in their communities. 83,000 youth and adolescents received skill development training to empower them financially and socially. They were also engaged in responsible volunteerism to protect violent extremism. They will work as agents of social change and peace building. MJF has brought over 3,500 units of health, education, and agriculture departments under stronger accountability mechanisms. MJF has made significant contributions to the revision of the Local Government Acts, which were done in 2009. It is a pioneer in introducing social accountability to the public service delivery process. It established acceptance of the social accountability processes in the communities and the duty bearers as well. Grievance Redress Strategy (GRS), National Integrity Strategy, Citizen Charter, etc. have been introduced to assist the government. MJF has provided different kinds of assistance to more than 250,000 children for securing their rights. These include withdrawing children from hazardous work and enrolling them in school and multilingual education for ethnic children. MJF also supports transgender people, raising their voices to access social protection services. MJF continued its work during the COVID period. It provided cash and livelihood support to 50,000 marginalized households. MJF has played a pivotal role in preventing domestic violence, child marriage, and school dropouts amid the pandemic. It intensified its research and evidence-gathering efforts by engaging the media to advocate against child marriage. MJF is working to build community resilience to adapt climate change impact. 151,000 people in the hill districts and coastal areas have adopted climate-friendly practices for agriculture, business, and water collection. MJF has been directly involved in some of the most progressive laws enacted in the last 15 years. MJF also supports movements of marginalized people and runs social campaigns such as Adibashi Forum, Sex Workers Networks, and Bangladesh Horijon Oikko Porishod has resulted in marginalized people raising their voices and ensuring public services. The campaign, Equality Through Dignity, aimed at highlighting women's contribution and raising their status to prevent violence against women. MJF is demanding formal recognition of women's unpaid care work.
মানবাধিকার এবং সুশাসন নিয়ে কাজ করে মানুষের জন্য ফাউন্ডেশন 20 বছর পার করেছে। বাংলাদেশ এগিয়ে যাচ্ছে, বাংলাদেশের একটি উজ্জ্বল ভবিষ্যৎ আছে, কিন্তু এই এগিয়ে যাওয়ার মধ্যে আমাদের সবাইকে একসঙ্গে নিয়ে যেতে হবে। প্রান্তিক মানুষ, নারী, পুরুষ, যারা পাহাড়ে থাকে, সমতলে থাকে, প্রতিবন্ধী মানুষ, সবাইকে আমরা একসঙ্গে তাদের মানবাধিকার নিশ্চিত করে আমরা এগিয়ে যেতে চাই।